Ah, shit. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by our patrons. To find out more, visit patreon.com/BottleRocketGaming. Tonight, Warped wants you to vote. Thomas shares why he streams. Ziploc Bob shares the value of streams, while Kirrok drops 2 F-bombs.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG podcast. I am your host, Warp Jester, and wonderful, my maple flavored co-host, Kirrok.
Hello, everyone.
And tonight, guys, we have a couple of wonderful guests. You've seen them before, you know them, you might even possibly love them. Right down below me, we've got Ziploc Bob.
I'm Ziploc Bob. Welcome. Glad to be back. And at this point, I've been on here enough times where you fuckers should start paying me.
Yeah, because we make any money here. Also, you hear a little snickering. We don't have video, but we do have a wonderful picture. Thomas is joining us tonight. How you doing, Thomas?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me.
Wow,
First time on.
Yeah. First time caller. Although, never mind. Anyways, so if you guys don't know Thomas already, you're not watching the Twitch stream because he's actually doing some stuff on the BRG Twitch stream, which we'll talk about more later. But to talk about other things, just so you guys know, if you're showing up here, if this is your first time, if you have no idea what the fuck is going on right now, it's okay because we don't know either. So you're in good company. But if you're here for like gaming news, tech news, porn news, etc., you've probably found the right place because we always have game news, and there's a good chance there's probably some other stuff in there as well, which is what we're going to be getting into tonight. Also tonight, as our main topic, we're going to be talking about streaming in kind of what streaming is, and maybe even a little bit regarding what we do and how we do it, and kind of hopefully you'll walk away from this understanding the ins and outs of streaming, and maybe even have a little I call them pro tips, but there's nobody here that's a pro, so you get like, you know, average tips for it. So that's good.
Subpar at best.
That's what you'll be doing tonight. So if you're ready for that, then go ahead and stitch up your seatbelt, hang on, because we're gonna get right into it.
Welcome back, everyone. So we're getting into the Speedy Bites, the part of the podcast where we talk about the news you need to know, guys. So
Way
I'm going
too
to start
long.
it off. Oh, God. All right. Atari reveals first pictures of its new games and console, or new game console. Sorry about that. This is reported by Telegraph. It's basically this company's first console in the last 20 years. They show the whole unit. It's wood grain with plastic and kind of wavy looking on the sides.
Wait, the unit's wood grain? Fancy.
Yeah, it has wood grain on it, so throw back to their original.
Everything
But they're
was in
going
the
to make
70s.
it available. Sorry, they're going to make it available in 2 different colors. One will be the wood edition, and one will be a black and red edition. It's supposed to have USB, HDMI, and an SD card reader, which is pretty cool. They will be re-releasing classic games and also modern gaming content as well. So I think this thing's going to have some power under the hood.
I do have to say that going back to the wood age of video game consoles seems like a step backward.
Nope. Classic.
Yeah,
Works for Bender.
exactly.
Classic. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll do better than Nintendo's effed up freaking chat system.
Mm-hmm.
Holy monkeys. I want to say up front on this, I called this shit from the get-go, and true to nature, Nintendo has gotten a lot of negative input regarding their the Splatoon themed release of their little audio dongle bullshit. So in case you missed it, what we know was it was a hardware theme after Splatoon, and it is truly a squid. It is a block that has audio going to a headset, to the Switch, to your phone. It looks like a real world squid. It's pretty freaking horrible. And we know that the voice app will only work on the mobile device. It's mobile centric. It's not going to have anything to do with the Switch itself.
Right.
So we knew that was coming, and it looked like hell. What we just found out is the voice chat will disconnect you while you're talking on the if your phone rings, basically, or if you're using another application. So you can't like quick between rounds pop out to check your stats on something or whatever. It will drop your ass in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Also, you are locked into talking to people who are playing in the same specific supported games. So no cross-game chatting with your other friends while you're playing one game and they're playing another.
Right.
That's a fucking deal breaker for me. And finally, the app will not work with your phone, goes into power saving mode or sleep mode, i.e. if the screen becomes inactive. What the fuck?
Fire, 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 fire! Fire, 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 fire! Oh my god. Like, seriously, there's more dickery going on here and tentacles than a hentai.
It's not like Nintendo to be bass backwards when it comes to gamer communication on their systems.
Oh, no, never. Nintendo was really good about that.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if I want to get screwed over this bad, I'd watch Babel Black again.
Oh. So, Super Hot, the game Super Hot comes to PlayStation VR. Basically, this game's been out for PC for a little bit of time, available on Oculus and Vive. It's also been out on the Xbox One, but it's going to be coming out, or actually, I believe by the time you see this recording, it's already out on PS4. You can get it for $24.99, and for $24.99, you'll get Super Hot and Super Hot VR. So 2 versions of the game, one playable outside of VR and one playable inside of VR. If you are a PlayStation member, you can pick it up for $19.99, which is pretty sweet. If you've had your eye on this is a no-brainer. It might be something that you'd like to get. It's really popular, and I've seen some videos of it. It looks fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Speaking of games in general and new versions of the games and updates and all that stuff, Doom 6.66 update makes all DLC free and changes the multiplayer progression. This comes from our friends over at Polygon. The Doom Season Pass originally cost about $40, but now it's free.
What?
Which, like, when I saw this, I did not believe it, because if I bought it beforehand, I would have been pissed. So, sorry to everybody out there that bought that. We currently don't have anything as far as, like, anybody getting any refunds, so, yeah. In addition, the unlocking system has changed as far as like weapon progression, stuff like that. It's no longer a random unlock for things like customizations, guns, equipment, and all that other good stuff. But the items are now unlocked according to specific levels gained, as well as specific challenges. There are several other
So
changes
it became
and
like
tweaks.
the typical thing.
Yeah. Like, it became like, hey, you buy the game and you get everything, you just unlock it through skill. Versus just random piecemeal luck.
Hey, that sounds like glitches. It is.
And speaking of glitches, we had a speedrunner beat all five Fallout games, in a row in under 2 hours. This also from Polygon. Yeah, speedrunner by the name Tomato Anus, which descriptively he probably sits on his ass a lot. All 5 Fallout games in a series in a row under 2 hours. He sped through 1 and 2 in just 22 minutes by picking up only the required items and running past all the enemies. Fallout 3, he took advantage of glitches. One in particular allowed him to skip dialogue sequence and clips through walls. Anybody who's watched speedruns knows that, you just break the game, you can beat it in any time. He also used a trick called speed crippling in Fallout 3, where he could break his character's legs and quick load at the same time, which allowed him to run at 160% normal speed. He then zipped around the map to a few key locations without needing to kill enemies. So, completely broken.
Oh,
Good job, Tomato Anus.
Good job, Tomato Anus.
It's like when you break a game, you do it right.
Right. Speaking of glitches, everyone out there and all these streamers out there are actually playing Destiny 2 beta. And there is a glitch that gives infinite super attack. So this was first found out on Twitch by a streamer. The channel is lucky_and_BW. They discovered that you could use this in any of the subclasses, and pretty much here's how it works. When you begin a strike, and I don't know what any of this means because I don't play Destiny, it says don't go anywhere, kill the normal enemies in the area until the pikes arrive, whatever they are. Then it says use your super attack when hopping on a pike, and if done right, you'll see your character's super weapon in hand while you're on the vehicle. Now simply swap your weapon for another and then switch back, and then that gives you this infinite super attack. So for those of you who like Destiny and are big on Destiny 2, it's a little tidbit for you guys to have some fun.
Now you too can take advantage of a game glitch and ruin the game for everybody else. Congratulations.
You know what?
Quick,
You don't have
over on how long this is going to last.
Oh, yeah, true.
Well, they don't
It
test
is
games
beta.
anymore. They just release betas and let the fans test it for them. So
Yeah,
this is one of
that's
those
pretty
things.
much it.
I
Exactly.
need to have a segment on that sometime because beta is the new release. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, I
also
agree.
happens to be ridiculous is Overwatch. Their league, Overwatch League, could have an issue or a little snafu with Major League Baseball due to the look of the icon, logo.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Here's the thing. Look here's a picture of the Overwatch thing.
I like it.
Anybody who has any relevance to this knows what the MLB looks like. You know, there may have been inspiration from it, but this is not a patent ripoff of it.
No.
It's
Agreed.
fuck off ridiculous. And yeah, MLB's had their logo since 1969, which is fantastic. But just because you have a two-tone logo with a silhouette in between doesn't mean any two-tone logos with a silhouette automatically somehow is an issue. And again, guys, just to make sure.
I mean, in that case, Pepsi should be going after the MLB. Just saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just so you guys know, this is a trademark violation in their mind, which is kind of bullshit because the whole idea and concept of a trademark, we've talked about this before, is you have to go after people. You are forced to, by law, to go after people infringing on your trademark, otherwise you lose it. They're saying basically by going after Blizzard, that this is somehow infringing on their trademark. Like somebody's going to go to this on the internet and go, "Oh, look, baseball!"
It's much closer to the NBA logo as
Yeah,
well.
actually.
If you look at the NBA logo, except breasts. So
Well, you know, I've been saying for decades.
time out. We can't talk about that. That's Tracer and the big no because we talked about butts once and that became a big issue. Moving
Really?
on.
yeah, apologies.
Moving on, PUBG, Players Unknown Battleground, passes GTA for most congruent players on Steam. This comes from Polygon. This past week,
Nice.
PUBG hit a milestone over the weekend on Steam that surpasses GTA 5 to become the fourth most played game on Steam. Congruent just means everybody's playing at the same time.
Yeah.
Current all-time peak count for GTA 5 was 360,761 in April of 2015. Battlegrounds hit a little bit over 20,000 more after only 4 months into early access. The game's not at full release yet.
Nope. it's
And
not.
third spot is Fallout 4, which hit Fallout 4.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is actually the one ahead of this.
Yeah, because they were the fourth spot, and like the one ahead of it, Fallout 4, which is
Still
about
the most
3,000 shy of 500,000.
Yeah.
That was back in November of
So-
2015.
So where were the top spots?
It didn't say, or when I was looking through, it didn't really say. But basically, PUBG's in line to take over the fourth spot in a
It's a
short period.
popular game.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm playing it. It's great.
Speaking of
I would
popular,
play it, but I don't have money.
speaking of popular games, this weekend was the Evo Championships, which is the biggest fighting game tournaments in the world, and Street Fighter V, which was the premier event and was televised on ESPN2, came down to Japan's Echo Fox, which is Tokido, versus USA's PG Punk. Punk being an 18-year-old first-timer versus Tokido, who has been competing longer than Punk's been alive, and just had an epic set. And Tokido came out the victor, and it was very emotional. And the fighting game community is kind of toxic at times. On a national stage, it was nice to see them put their best foot forward and present everything that's great about fighting games. And I just thought that was really awesome. So that was pretty cool.
I need to point out here that I think there may be a lawsuit possibility due to the logo for this Capcom Pro Tour. That looks a lot like the MLB logo.
Yeah,
I just want to put that out there. Sorry.
No, that's fine. But yeah, that was a really cool thing to see this weekend. So, moving on. Sorry.
Great segue. Awesome segue.
Yeah.
Awesome job there, Zip. Excellent job, Zip.
I've got nothing, dude. Because I'm like, how do you segue from fighting games to, hey, there's a sale?
There's a sale. Go get it.
To all you fellow cheap bastards like myself out there, there are big discounts at Green Man Gaming Summer Sale, including markdowns on Doom, hardware and accessories such as the Xbox One S, their own, as well as all sorts of games, and the miscellaneous section such as the Nintendo Switch Elite Player Backpack.
That's to put all the cables and wires into for your dongle.
At this point, Nintendo wants to make us like people from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, one last thing for you guys real quick, and then we'll get the hell out of here. But NASA's putting hundreds of historical videos on YouTube. This is freaking awesome. And I normally I would this I let things go, but I have to let you guys know about this. This is pretty fucking awesome. Basically, they're trying to make they're attempting to make research easier for future generations, and so they're uploading decades worth of video onto YouTube so people can access it easily and review video and whatnot. So far, they've uploaded over 300 different videos and plan to upload over at least 200 more. Videos will include everything from the space shuttle landings research to the X-1 and X-43A trial flights. All kinds of great stuff, lunar landing, research vehicle, everything like that. So good on you, NASA. We really appreciate that. And that is going to wrap up our Speed Bits, and we'll be right back.
Okay, guys.
Welcome back to another game releases this week with me, Kirrok. And this week, we have a couple that are good, a couple that aren't so good, but they're good. Okay, guys, your first game is on July 25th. It is called Fate Extella, The Umbral Star. It is it's coming out for PC and Switch, and it is an action RPG role-playing type game. It's got some good anime cutscenes, but other than that, this is not the game for me. Like, I'm looking at it, and I can't figure out what the heck is going on in the background. Like, I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? I think the only thing this game has going for it is the fact that it's on a Switch, and it's got some partial nudity. Alright guys, so also on July 25th, we have Fallen Legion, Sins of an Empire. It's for PS4 and PS Vita, and it is a classic turn-based role-playing game. So this is more along my lines, where, one enemy hits the other, then the other enemy hits the other. It's the kind I like. It reminded me a lot of Bravely Default. If any of you remember that, that was a very charming game, great storyline, lots of fun. This has got that same kind of charm, but it's almost a low-budget version of it. The fact that it's going to be out on the PS Vita is also kind of cool, because then it's portable for you. Next, on July 25th, we have Pyre? It's spelled Pyre. It's for PC, PS4. It's a party-based RPG. This game comes from the developer Supergiant Games, same guys who gave us Transistor and Bastion, if you remember those. This game looks highly polished, looks like a 2D cartoonish world with some 3D interactable areas. It's something that I would try, but check out the video. It's really cool looking. And here's the gem, guys. July 25th, Fortnite. Now, this is paid early access coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It is an action third-person shooter / tactical game. This game, when I first laid eyes on it, kind of gave me the feel between Team Fortress 2 and Overwatch kind of mixed together into one game. It's got the run and gun element, and you can pick from different hero classes. There's like soldiers, constructors, outlanders, ninjas. But the difference in this game is you can craft your weapons, you can build forts, hence the name Fortnite, and you can actually build up your fort so that you have choke points for enemies coming in. You can, as you're in a battle, if things break down, you can build them back up again. This game looks freaking fantastic. It's very beautiful. I think I just sold myself. And the last game, July 28th, Namco Museum. This is coming out on the Nintendo Switch. No fucking way. I'm so sorry. I should not. Pac-Man, Galaga, Sky Kid, Take Force! And that's all for now, guys. Thank you for coming along for the ride. I enjoyed the time we had together, and I'll see you next week.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and dive into the main topic tonight. Again, the main topic is going to be about streaming. Now, what we want to do here is actually get people kind of up to speed on what streaming is. I know for a lot of you, it's going to be kind of a duh in some ways, but we're hoping to get a few tips and tricks in there at the end of this to help you guys out. But for the rest of you who are really kind of don't know a lot about it, we're hoping to kind of get you up to speed on what it is and kind of walk through it. So to start us off, let's talk about the good old Merriam-Webster definition of streaming is the act, the process, or the instance of streaming data or of accessing data, blah, blah, blah. Now, reality, lamest term this is you visually showing something off, whether it's gameplay or other things we'll talk about. That's basically what it is. So, of course, most people know most commonly about Twitch, and Twitch got its foothold in the world by doing gaming. So a lot of people they play all kinds of games, they share their game experiences. Some of them will do face cams so you can actually see them while they're playing. It's a very common thing. The setup time is spent for streaming with the fans. It's a big deal. I mean, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. Streaming is very popular for a lot of reasons, but gaming is. I would dare say honestly, gaming is kind of. I won't say where it started per se, but it's definitely what made streaming popular in a lot of ways. Yeah. Twitch became a powerhouse because of it, and Twitch up until recently, I say recently in loose terms now, its mainstay, its sole focus was gaming. If you streamed and weren't gaming, you'd get banned. So it was a big deal.
Yeah. Which is ironic because Twitch started out as Justin.tv and was a vlog stream channel. Like the whole website was one channel.
Literally a guy that he did like a full year of his life, 24/7. Yeah. Something crazy like that. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, technically it didn't start as gaming, but gaming was kind of what made it a big deal. So much so that streaming has become a potential source of revenue for people. People can actually do streaming as a living, or at least a profitable side job, which I'm sure a lot of us would aspire to do. But there's a lot of things that you have to take advantage of or be good at, to be quite frank, in order to do it. So there's that. Now that said, I do want to note that it isn't just about gaming anymore. First of all, Twitch itself has opened up to allow other categories of things now, which is, I think, pretty damn cool. I mean, first of all, there's obviously vlogs. Now, normally we think of vlog, we think about, recorded content thrown up on YouTube that you can watch after the fact. But people are doing live vlogs now. I still hate that fucking term, but anyways, they're actually doing live streams of vlogging, and this can come in many different forms. But usually people literally sitting at the desk talking about stuff, or even people nowadays using phones to stream from their phones while they're walking around. I actually had a friend of mine who just streamed live from, I think, his Facebook app or something, being pushed around in a shopping cart at IKEA. I mean, it's silly, but people do it. There's also, wait for this one, talk shows. Kirrok, I have an idea. Oh, wait.
No!
Oh, wait.
Ironically, a little historical footnote that most people don't realize is that before Twitch did the RL, which is their new vlogging category, a lot of people would bogart into the talk shows category when they were actually just vlogging. It was not a talk show. It was a vlog.
Having a definition and a difference between a vlog and a talk show, we won't go into semantics, but there is a difference, and that's another topic for another day. But nonetheless, that's the type of category they have. They even have things like drawing. I kid you not. People can sit there and draw
a couple,
and they're mesmerizing.
Yep.
And again, this is nothing new or exciting. I mean, we've seen people post videos on YouTube of this. Now people are doing it live. And this, of course, includes not only the drawing aspect, but also the how-tos, which I love. There's actually some really neat little how-tos that are coming up, and this is nice. The big thing you're going to notice here is like, well, what's the difference between streaming and video besides the live versus not live? It's a big deal because when you have somebody who's doing something live, like for example, a how-to, building a computer and whatnot, you can ask questions while you're watching. It's great to watch this after the fact and learn and whatnot, but be able to talk to somebody live, chat back at them and say, hey, what is that? Or wait a minute, how'd you do that? Or hey, you're doing it wrong. You know, it's an intrinsic value of streaming, because now instead of having something where you broadcast to the world and kind of sort of connect with your viewers via comments after the fact, you're talking to them on the spot. It's a little more intimate connection in that regard.
Yeah, a good example of that is there's a company that all they do is build computers that are like custom orders or just standard orders live. It's Puget Sys over on Twitch.
Really?
And yeah, and I even asked one of the techs there, I was like, hey, what are some of the key differences between a 6700 i7 and a 7700, and which one, and this is what I'm doing. And he helped me make the purchase that was right for me. I wound up going with the 6700 because of the motherboard that I already had, as well as...
Basically, you got to learn live from the guy who watching him do it.
Like, I would have wasted about $100 if he didn't help me out.
See, and this is what I'm talking about. It's live interaction. It's things, when you watch people do stuff, you can kind of spark interest. Now, when it comes to the aspect of streaming, first things first, services that are out there. Everybody can go, oh yeah, I know all about streaming. It's Twitch.
Okay. Go on.
Yes. But
Go
amazing as this is, there are actually other services out there. Now, I'm not going to lie to
Quite
you.
a few.
Although there are a lot, Twitch is the powerhouse. And Twitch is owned by Amazon. We've talked about this before, if you didn't know. And they are the juggernaut. If anybody's anybody, they're on Twitch. Some other ones that are out there, though, just so you're aware, also we're going to talk about the big juggernauts. There's Mixer, formerly Beam, which is now owned by Microsoft.
Right.
They're kind of the next biggest in line, close to the next big. I'm not really sure if they're bigger or if YouTube is bigger. Yes, I did say YouTube, because YouTube now has a live streaming service. So you can actually live stream.
And if you go to, gaming.youtube.com, that's nothing but gaming videos as well as gaming
live
streams.
Exactly.
Yeah. And they really push the live streams over to videos there. Much like with Twitch, yes, you have videos on demand, and those are past streams. Upload videos now.
They give you a little more flexibility.
But the focus is on
the streaming. There's
streaming
actually
and the live aspect.
Sloppy Canadian in Project Singularity does a good chunk of his streaming on YouTube. He actually streams multi-streams, YouTube and Twitch. But he seems to get his most viewers through YouTube.
Allowed to.
You are.
But we'll get to that, because
that's more of a if you're in a partnership, there's a contract sort of thing.
Lesser known from the big three, so to speak, there is Periscope, which is more of a kind of a mobile. On the spot vlogging
that's owned by
type
Twitter.
Thing. That's owned by Twitter. But you also have Smashcast.
And this is where you lose me.
Yeah, Sonic Box. I know it. I'm just saying.
There's a joke there.
You now. And Picardo.
Now.
I thought you were talking to hey,
you now. Now, to go back to it, so Periscope is it's mobile vlogging. Smashcast is a joint venture between two previous things, Azabu, which I don't know about, and Hitbox. People know about Hitbox. They connected or collaborated to bring Smashcast, which is a gaming focused element.
Azabu, Hitbox, Wonder Twins Power, Smashcast.
Anyways, Sonic Box is more music and gaming, so they have gaming, because gaming is kind of, again, it's kind of a staple, but they also do music. Music's kind of a bigger focus. In Sonic Box, you can actually do live streaming of music. Ooh. Is a mobile vlogging focus, and then Picardo, the one we're looking at right here, is an art streaming focus. So these are all different streaming services that are very specific in their realm. Again, probably had some relevance in their very focused streams right up until Twitch said, you know what, you want to do art on ours? Sure. How they're going to do from there, I really don't know. And this is a crux of an issue, because some people are gravitating towards Twitch. They may have been on other things because they realize if you really want to get the peepers, then you're going to need to be where the peepers are looking, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what originally got me over to Twitch, of all things, was a YouTuber. Said he was going to stream. And that's before YouTube had a streaming service like about 3 or 4 years.
So what are some of the perks of some of the services versus others? Well, it really depends. Now, some of the services may have codes of conduct that allow them to have all genres versus very specific genres. There are, however, some people that push this to the limits.
Yeah.
I'll give you a kind of a sad example is, and please, guys, don't take this the wrong way, because I don't need a whole bunch of SJWs going down my throat, but it has been noted, and it been my frank opinion, a problem. Women tend to exploit streams by dressing provocatively and getting kind of silly. I mean, to the point where literally a quarter of the screen is taken up with their view, and you can't even see half the game. And I get it. I know why. I'm a guy. I've been a young guy too. I trust me. I understand it. I'm not blind, but it really tends to be a problem, and they have started cracking down on that. So it's been kind of an issue. Popularity is another thing. When it comes to popularity, some people will actually move to different services because they're more popular. Again, Twitch being the more popular case. Service reliability. Mixer, formerly Bean, burst into the scene with almost real time.
Yeah, it was quite impressive.
Delay. So I mean, when you were watching it,
why I went over.
Yeah. So I mean, literally, you would be talking and ask a question, and somebody would immediately reply to you because it was near real time. And this is around when Twitch itself was like, if you were lucky, it was a 30-second delay.
Yeah.
You know. Now that said, I gotta be honest with you. I've watched Kirrok when he does live streams. Kirrok is currently on Mixer, and there's been some absolutely deplorable delay compared to what they used to be.
Yeah, the whole reason I moved over is basically gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's silly.
So I have a theory on that. As of their change from Beam to Mixer, they brought in Mixer available to all Xbox Ones, and now I think that, and I could be wrong, but is it possible all the Xbox Ones having this available capability on their network could potentially be bottlenecking it? Yeah.
Yeah, it might be bottlenecking it because it's like, okay, we're used to only using this bandwidth, but now you're trying to fit something this big through that bandwidth.
Yeah.
Well, and the Xbox has never been the greatest streaming device, and out of everything I use, it is the bottom rung as far as delay and just the system going, oh, I'm trying to play a game, but I'm also trying to stream, and I really don't want to do these at the same time.
So
it's like, no, you're designed to do these at the same time. What are you doing, Xbox?
Some services may be specific, and that may be a good thing. Maybe good to be very artist focused until Twitch starts picking them all up. At the time, it may have been good, but now it's coming. And the sad thing about the lag too is that right when this happened and the lag started getting bad, and to be fair, guys, when we say Mixer's gotten bad about their lag, we're just being that they're back on par to what Twitch is.
Right, exactly.
It isn't like it's worse than Twitch.
Terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not even worse than Twitch. It's just kind of on par.
Right.
But when you're forgive me, but small potatoes compared to the big fish, you can't just be like them. You have to stand out from them.
Yeah.
And at the same
it's
time,
kind of like Pepsi or Dr. Pepper versus Mr. Pibb, right? Mr. Pibb, why do people get it? Because it's cheaper, right? If you're like, hey, Dr. Pepper and Mr.
I'm
saying
this is a regional thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so here to get to my point, the issue is they started getting more lag, and Twitch has just released a beta of their low latency capabilities. Now, low latency can come at a cost, the fact that people's streams may start buffering more, but so be it. The other general advantages of streaming versus YouTubers, and why I've seen a lot of YouTubes go over to Twitch, is because, with all due respect, as much as I love viewing YouTube stuff, YouTube takes time and effort recording and editing and uploading and doing all the little YouTube, here's this little tag here, here's this little click here, link here. It's a rip-roaring pain in the ass. It takes a lot of time out of your day. Quite frankly, a lot of people can't do it because a lot of us, we have day jobs. And it's a hell of a lot easier to stream.
And
I am at a beneficial point in my life where I don't have a 9-to-5 job because I have a disability from the VA. I was making 5 videos a week, doing all the right things to grow my channel, and it was working. Problem is, I was spending 30 hours a week minimum editing.
Oh yeah.
That's not just doing post-production work.
Yeah.
Or 5 videos a week.
And that's just the thing about streaming is you are shifting all the work and time into a one-time thing pre-starting, basically setting up everything so you've got the overlays, you've got the counters, you've got the bots, everything like that. And once that's all set up, it for the most part, we're not going to get into semantics, it's kind of just a drop and go. You turn it on, you come in, you start doing it, and then what little bit of free time you have, you can spend towards promotion, shouting out to the world, and so on. So at that point, literally, it becomes a lot easier to deal with. So there's a lot less time investment for it, and that's why streams are becoming so popular. Now, I want to get to you guys here, get your feelings on it, because just so you guys know, I've started doing a little streaming, but I do it for BRG, for like the free view events that we talked about last couple of weeks. However, Kirrok, Bob, and Thomas are all, for the sake of semantics, again, they're all avid streamers. They do a lot more streaming than I ever do. So I want to get you guys
I'm barely affiliated. Barely.
I didn't even know affiliation was a thing till like a week ago.
Yeah.
Like
anyway.
I didn't know.
Another reason to Twitch back.
We're gonna get to that in just a minute. Zip. The short and sweet on this, because we're running out of time. But why do you stream?
What I stream?
Go ahead.
Him, who? Okay.
Zip.
Honestly, I originally started because there was this charity event, and I love raising money for people who need it, and it was for raising money for Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Had me sold. Then I went back to streaming because I enjoy sharing experiences, and YouTube just wasn't cutting it for me. And it's more intimate, both to me and my viewers, and my viewers to me. I've made friends like that in real life that I met through streaming.
Nice.
If someone's having a bad day and needs someone to talk to, and doesn't have anybody in their real life, I can be that guy and just listen while they rant and do what they need to do.
It's connectivity, and that's the thing about it is it's odd because people who watch videos on YouTube, you can feel connected to the person making them because you're watching them, do stuff, but they don't feel a connection to you because when you're recording, you're not really talking to anybody. So
yeah, you're talking to a ghost.
Yeah, so I agree with you on that, Zip. I'm actually gonna skip the Thomas here. Thomas, why do you stream?
Because I'm an introvert, and it's a way to meet people and share what I'm passionate about, which is gaming. Like I don't monetize anything at the moment. I'm just like, I would see other people do it, and I was like, I can do that, and it's a way to get out of my shell. It's actually more helpful to me than anyone else. So my way,
it can be therapeutic.
My reasons are kind of pedantic next to Bob, who's just like, I was streaming for charity.
You know what? You're absolutely wrong, Thomas, because Bob's going one way with it. He is somebody that can be available to somebody who, again, like you said, needs an ear, which is fantastic, and that's one of the great things about streaming. Whereas on the complete flip side, you're somebody that can utilize it for the exact flip of it. You can kind of get ears, so to speak, and I've heard so many people who say that people think it's so weird to say I'm an introvert and that's why I stream to the entire world, but it feels a little bit safer because in the worst case scenario you can cut the line, so to speak. And I won't lie, we know how the internet is and trolls are and 4chan and all that. It can get ugly.
Don't even get me started on my swatting rant.
But it is something that does help people in a lot of ways. Again, that whole connection aspect, it's huge because it is a live connection in that regard. Last but not least, Kirrok.
Yeah.
Why do you stream?
I think the biggest factor is I'm the kind of guy who likes the editing part, which is weird about me. And I love the YouTube thing. And when I saw others do it, I was
4 months ago?
I could do this.
But where was he at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, but I never looked at streaming like I did look at, say, recording and posting on YouTube. But in the end, I said, let me give it a shot. And what I learned to like about it is the immediate feedback right in the moment with the people. You can't beat it. You make a joke, you have people reacting. People react, or they make a joke, you react back to them. That's what I think is the best part of it.
It's community.
It's community and it's instant. It's not. I put the video up and then I go back 3 days later and reply back to a comment or something. It's right in the moment. Other than that, I mean, you're live streaming, and so just like you mentioned earlier, you have everything set up. You hit that button, you're on. It's like a show. You're going. Then when you're done, you hit that button, and there's nothing that I have to do next. I don't have to edit, grab, render a file, or anything like that.
Nope.
So it is a lot less work. Yeah.
So,
but I'll probably still edit.
So
sometimes I grab my videos and put them online, my streams. So
yep, I've dumped videos from the BRG Twitch over to YouTube after the fact, just for archiving purposes more than anything. So now, a little bonus nachos for you guys tonight. I'm gonna put Kirrok on the spot again because I love doing this to him. Kirrok currently is on Mixer, and as we've already blatantly pointed out, it's kind of lacking.
Yeah.
So Kirrok has toyed with the idea of moving over to Twitch. It wouldn't be a huge loss to him because he's got followers in both right now. His his Mixer came up to where Twitch was, so he can transition without too much of an issue. So we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to do a straw poll, and I'll put the link down in the show notes below.
Oh, goodness.
We're going to do a
awesome.
We're going to do a straw poll. Awesome. I want to get everybody on board with this. I'm going to put the straw poll link up, again, in the show notes below, on our Discord, on our website, wherever I can find a place to put it, I'll stick it. And I want you guys to go ahead and put your 2 bits in on, should he stay with Mixer and hang in there since Microsoft just took him over and things might happen? Or should he go ahead and dump and run and jump over to Twitch and start gaming with everybody else? So again,
everybody else. There's people on Mixer.
Who do you know?
On BRG.
I know a few people, not a whole lot, but a few.
I did try Mixer.
You know personally that you can actually do the multicast with?
No.
Okay.
No one.
I just want to make sure we're clear on that. All right, guys. So
now if that multicast thing was over on Twitch, I had about 16 people.
Anyways.
Plus, Twitch just introduced the whole clip editing system, which
I
might
know,
really
I
appeal to
noticed
him. Like on the fly, you
awesome.
edit
There
your
you go.
clips.
All right, guys.
It's like,
we're gonna put the link down below. Please go ahead and put your 2 bits on the straw poll, and we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this segment. We'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nachopanda, and tonight we got some sick stories in the world of esports to talk about, so let's just cut to it and get to the good stuff. Alright, you guys, for our first story of the night, we got more drama going down in the world of the Overwatch League, you guys. I can't believe this, but MLB is considering a trademark challenge for the Overwatch League logo. Now, what this means is basically the MLB is filing suit, or going to file a suit, or potentially filing a suit over the likeness of the MLB logo or the Overwatch League logo to the existing MLB League logo. Now, it's kind of crazy because this puts the Overwatch League in hot water. You know, this is kind of a weird battle that they're going to be fighting, as if they're not having enough trouble already. But when you look at it, I mean, we're gonna look at this a little bit. The likeness of the two logos. You know, you got they're both two-toned and with a white silhouette in the front. They're both, you know, silhouettes are facing the same way. Even the league name is underneath the logo. So, you know, there's a lot of likeness between these two logos. So it's kind of obvious where they got their inspiration from. Now, you know, the thing about this though is once the trademark was approved by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, they had anyone contesting the Overwatch League logo had 30 days to file suit, or they had one of two things that they could file for: either an opposition of the trademark or an extension to kind of build their case as opposition of the trademark. So you know, the deadline was getting close for that, and just one day before that deadline, the MLB filed an extension. So they do have a team that is looking into this, you know, very carefully and making sure that if they are going to file a suit, they have something to fight for, or they're trying to protect their likeness and their logo and everything like that. So, you know, Overwatch League is consistently running into issues, whether it be the $20 million price tag to start a team, to now they're having logo issues. The the downfalls are just piling up, and they were granted the extension. The MLB was granted the extension, so they must file a claim by July 26th. So that's coming up very shortly. That's next week. So we will find out very, very soon what's going to happen with this. They have yet to file a claim or file an issue or anything like that yet. But 26th is, it's just around the corner. So we will find out a lot of good information very soon. So, we'll update you guys as soon as we know. Alright, you guys, for our next story, we got some interesting stuff going on in the world of League of Legends and Riot Games. More importantly, Riot Games is extending their deadline for NALCS franchises to, put in their bid. So it looks like their previous deadline was July 14th, which just recently passed. But it looks like because of the pressure that investors were facing with the whole franchising model and kind of the interviewing process, they have extended that deadline to July 28th. So they gave them an extra 2 weeks to apply and go through that whole process. So it's kind of interesting because this has been known for a while now. So investors should have an idea of what they want to do if they're willing to shell out the 10 million. I believe it's around 10 million to start a franchise team. And I understand that this is kind of a huge commitment, especially for something that's kind of new and growing. And I mean, this franchise model for League of Legends is brand new. They've never done this before. I mean, not at least for the North American LCS. I know in China for the LPL they do have something of a model like this, but in the past they've had investors kind of investor-funded teams kind of just flounder and not do well and get relegated and basically knocked out of the league. So, that kind of hesitance is built where they're like, we want to make sure that our investment is protected. So there's kind of that uncertainty of what's going to happen with this new form, this new league or the new format. So I understand on that point, but they should have a good idea, especially through the interviewing process, what's going to happen. But with the franchising model, it makes the whole league more stable for something that is just rapidly growing in the last 5 years. So I say this is the right step for the North American LCS, and I think investors should feel hesitant, but they should understand that at this point, this is a really solid investment. This is a really great thing that they are doing. The business model is laid out in front of them. But Riot Games didn't have any comment on this extension or reasoning why. I'm assuming, more time to think about it, more time to work on getting the investors committed. But it looks like the NALCS will still announce the teams participating in the spring split of 2018 this November. So, as we get closer to that date, we will find out more information and find out what's really happening. So you guys will, stay tuned. We will find out anything we find out. We will let you guys know, and we'll cheer or we'll just get excited together. Alright, you guys, that's going to wrap it up this week for us on the esports segment. I want to thank you guys so much for checking it out. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Like and comment below to let us know how we're doing, if we can improve in any way, because we aim to please, you guys. So let us know. We thank you guys so much. And always make sure to check me out on social media right up here, you guys. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Peace.
All right, guys, we have come to the end of yet another wonderful podcast, and a few things of note here. I want to just give a quick shout out to the Ball Rocket Gaming Freeview event that's been going on for this whole past month. Again, Freeview is where we take a free-to-play game and play the crap out of it for a full month. The game we've been playing is Crossout, which is a vehicle post-apocalyptic vehicle shooter game where you actually can build custom vehicles. It's been an absolute blast. I've been having so much fun with it. But we're coming to the end of it. So I believe, I want to say next week. On the 30th, we're going to be doing the Crossout review. The free review. So basically, we're going to get people together who have played the game. We're actually going to be putting this on Twitch Live. We'll be doing a roundtable talking about the pros and cons, ins and outs, the pluses and minuses of the game, and we'll give you a general thumbs up, thumbs down type opinion of the game at the end of it. So if you play this game, if you're part of BRG Gaming, if you want to be a part of this, definitely let me know. You can head over to brggaming.com/events. You can find the event there. You can sign up for the event and join us. I'd love to get quite a few people on for this. That way we can actually have a good back and forth with a lot of different people to talk about the different elements of it. If you can make it, that'd be awesome. I also want to say a big thank you to people here tonight. Thomas, my friend, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So, where can people find you? What do you do?
Not much. I'm at Thomas100273 on Twitter. I also stream with a group called The Everybody's, which is at The Everybody's, EVERYBUDDIES on Twitter. MST3KNJ on YouTube. I have over 1,000 hours of various LPs.
Good heavens.
Twitch TV, The Everybody's. I'll be on that. And twitch.tv, Thomas100273. There you can find me. Thank you very much.
And there's your speed round for Thomas. Just so you guys know, he has been a part of the BRG's Twitter's Twitch. BRG's Twitch streaming as well. He's part of our stream team now that, I don't know if that's really the right term to use, but he's been streaming on BRG Gaming. We've been watching a lot of Castlevania, going through it. It's been an absolute blast watching those, by the way. So I appreciate
that.
Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night. Such a great one.
Speaking of...
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that the next game after Symphony, I think we're going to do a Don Bluth night, which will be Dragon's Lair 1 and 2 and Space Ace.
Oh, wow.
After that, we'll see where we go from there, but that's the next event I think I'm going to do.
Very much a classics kind of guy.
I remember right, that it was Space Ace was the first.
No, Dragon's Lair was first.
You.
Oh, yeah.
No,
yeah.
When I found you, you were playing Space Ace.
Yeah,
like the first time. But yeah, I'm actually the idiot that's running the stream.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for that, Zip. Always, it's always a pleasure having you join us, and I'm hoping that we can get you to a point where you can start doing rants again, because the rants are very popular, and I really do enjoy them. But that said, guys, for the lack of rants, what we have is a guy who's willing to take on the mantle of being our Twitch guy. Zip is the one that has brought the BRG Twitch to life. He's the one that's lined up a bunch of people to do streaming to it. And then you also have your own Twitch channel as well.
Yeah, before I go into what I've been doing mine, just to make sure to put this out there, because normally we would be constantly recruiting for new streamers. We do not care about how small your channel is. We care about, hey, is the quality of your content good? Because
are you boring?
Yeah, it's like, because the entire point of it is to put you up on a stage where a few more people will see you, and hopefully they'll follow you back to your channel. Unfortunately, right now Twitch has got an error going on. I'm working around the clock with them on it, and as soon as that error is done, when it comes to making sure to where the integrity of the channel doesn't get corrupted, as far as like making sure if somebody does something bad, I can kick them off, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Once that's finished, we'll go right back to full tilt on, hey, we get more people. If we have an open slot, we'll find an hour and a half at the very least, hopefully 3 hours.
What Bob is basically saying is we're always looking for new people, not only for the BRG community, or sorry, for BRG Twitch, but also for the community as well. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, stay tuned, because there's always opportunities for people to join us, and we are all about community, and we definitely want to get more people on board with our community, and we are a big community of small people, or small community of big people.
Much like the Oompa Loompas.
I'm looking at my gut.
BRG Gaming is the Oompa Loompas of the gaming world. There you go.
Yes. As far as my personal channel, just finished Witcher 1 this past Friday, and as far as my recommendations of the game, I would skip to Witcher 2, and that's where I'm going next. And once I'm done with the Witcher series, I'll be going with Final Fantasy VII.
That's going to be a saga.
Yes, it is, and that's kind of the point. Is Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays, if I stream 5 times a week, get one game that's this long, drawn-out story. Then we fuck around like idiots on Tuesdays and just play whatever.
So, guys, definitely make sure you stay connected. And, of course, with all of these, go ahead and head over to Twitch if you have a Twitch account. If you don't, sign up because Twitch is kind of the place to be right now. Make sure you follow Bob. Make sure you follow Thomas because, it's well worth it. Kirrok, my favorite little Canadian Oompa Loompa. How are you?
What's going on?
Well, he is slightly orange. We give him brown hair.
Anything going on with the YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, I have a few more VR videos that are ready to go up. I have not posted them yet. Gonna be also editing and posting a Minecraft video, which I mentioned in the last episode. I just haven't had a chance to
I've heard of this game.
Yeah, and I'm being urged from the Project Singularians.
Solarians, Mass Effect?
To record the next time I log into the Minecraft server. So I don't know what's waiting for me there.
Somebody got pranked.
Yeah. So also streaming VR on Wednesdays. I did stream last Wednesday. I was streaming a new game, Star of the Call Seekers.
You are a less motion sickness prone man than I am. Kudos to you, sir.
Call of the Starseed it was called, but I had to cut it short because Mixer messed up everything. My channel just stopped working. No, I had to open a ticket.
Don't let that taint the straw poll.
And they replied back going, "Oh, it looks like it was stuck in limbo, but we fixed it. You can stream now."
Again, guys,
Limbo,
there'll be a
that's a great
straw
game.
poll down below. link below.
Oh my god!
Speaking of Project Singularity, how are those wonderful people doing?
They are awesome. We played some PUBG on Thursday, which was awesome.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, Crane, myself, and Walden. Walden actually has the game, and we did well. We got up to number 2. We almost had a chicken dinner.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. And of course, people can find you on Twitter because you're very active on Twitter, of course.
No, not really.
But it's out there nonetheless, guys. So definitely be connected to that.
Yeah.
Again, guys, I apologize. I just don't have a lot of time, so my channels have been dark for a little while here. But again, if you want to see me, I'm here. I'm on the BRG YouTube channel. I do some stuff on the Twitch channel now. I'm intimately involved. If you really want more,
only because I wouldn't drop it.
If you want more of me, definitely make sure you head over to ballrocketgaming.com and you can hit me up on the site there. You can also go to our Discord and join us there. I keep pretty avid eyes on my Discord, so you can actually talk to me there. And of course, for Ball Rocket, again, if you're already here, go ahead and subscribe and like. And we really do appreciate that because that really does help us out a lot, and we're trying to get the word out there. We are going to be having a lot of new people coming on. We've got Thomas here today. We've got Zip back with us. Next week we're going to have Zez, who's also Zez, who's going to be joining us. He's also one of the people that's on the streamer group for the Bell Rocket Gaming Twitch streaming group. So
anybody who's been following my stuff has seen him before, and I can't wait to see what type of snark he has for you, Warped.
Well, we will see how that ends up turning out here, but nonetheless, so we'll have him next week. We don't have a topic yet. We'll see what's going to happen. Topics usually end up happening last minute sometimes, just because of what news is and whatnot. But again, guys, definitely follow us on Twitch, and you can get connected. You can find out when we're streaming, which is damn near every day. A lot of the day in some cases, so just keep that in mind. And of course, last but not least, and not even most importantly, but definitely help here, is if you'd like, you're welcome to pitch a few dollars our way via our Patreon account. So definitely encourage that. And again, we have different tiers of rewards, from a hearty thank you for $1 on up to a t-shirt for $50. So there's a lot of different options you have there. Just come on over and say hi, and if you can help us out, we thank you.
Anyways, get enough $1 donations, maybe he'll quit eating ramen on the stream.
Who? Me? What? Sorry,
anyways, guys, it's been a long night, so we're gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. So thank you again, Thomas. Thank you again, Zip. You guys are awesome. We definitely want to have you guys back on with us. And of course, as always, Kirrok, thank you so very much for taking the time to be here and cover things and be my man by my side.
You got it. Anytime, buddy.
Anyways, guys, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.
Bye.